So I've got a few glass panels in, even hard to see them, which is kind of the idea. Just used a double-sided tape to hold them for the time being. It's a extreme Scotch mount. Pretty good stuff, actually. Really impressed with how strong it holds. So I've got all the glass panels cleaned, rough cleaned for the section of roof that we're going to cover up. We'll start putting those on. Just got to give them a bit of a better clean on a couple of these with the invisible glass. They were stored for quite a few years in literally pine needles. So they were pine needles and dirt, and they were pretty heavy dirt on them. So took a bit of cleaning and effort to get them to the point they're at now. So now we're gonna, get some more tape on and do one section at a time here. So that went on fairly well. A little bit of back and forth, but I'll do the next piece up. I'm gonna do, all my sections of glass are the same length, but they vary slightly in width. And then the next piece up, I've bent up these clips out of anodized aluminum, just 3/4 inch flat stock. Put those on over here. Let's walk around because I can't walk through anymore. These guys are gonna sit right on the glass. Ooh. So they're gonna also hold the next piece of glass in place. And then I'll add some tape. And I'll add some tape on the top section of the glass because it's overlapped for positive drainage. It's going to have a bit of a gap against the timbers until it flattens out. We'll put this one on and see how it goes. All right, we got all the glass in that we have to complete one side fully. I have to admit I'm pretty pleased with how this looks. Looks pretty sweet. It's hard to see the glass from certain angles, which is not a bad thing. It's kind of the look we're going for. What it looks like from inside can be much the same, but still good to have that perspective. Michelle really wanted to be able to see out while she's in here, and I don't know that you would be able to do it a different way to see out any better than this. I do have some more random pieces of glass that I'm going to want to put in on this east side, and potentially over on the west side as well. Got to go over the measurements of what I've got. I do also have a couple other larger pieces that I may be able to put up on this section of roof, but it's definitely not enough to finish off the roof cleanly.
What you doing, babe?
Sorting out the glass for the other side of the greenhouse. Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, let's change that. So,
There's the greenhouse.
yeah, so we've got this side all done already, all installed. There's nice clean lines for the most part, but I've got all these itty bitty pieces of glass. I'm trying to get it all to fit together, so it's like a bad puzzle.
Where's your itty bitty pieces?
Well, each one of these is a piece of glass,
Oh yeah, okay.
right? So that's a single piece, that's a single piece. That's a nice big one, single. So not super convinced. So I talked to our buddy Stan, and he does railings and decks and stuff, and he has he's gonna look tomorrow in their mismeasured pile.
Okay, so we can salvage them?
Hopefully we can salvage some more glass from elsewhere just to get this to look a little bit cleaner, and then I can use all these bits and pieces for the ends.
So it doesn't look so Frankenstein-y?
Yeah, it just looks so nice. How it is, right? So
Let's see your thought process here.
which part?
The parts and pieces, what do you have to do to measure it to make sure it fits?
So because we already have the framing in place for this side, because I based it on the largest panels,
Yeah.
I want to avoid adding in more pieces of wood,
Yeah.
right? So it stays nice and clean and open. So I did have one layout here that will work, sort of.
Yep.
So all the measurements of all the pieces. So if it falls through with Stan, then
We'll have to put it together like that.
we'll go with this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll see, because I still want glass for the door. I want to do a door frame with glass, and I want to have glass on this end as well. Just it pops so nice out there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go outside and show the people what you've done.
all right. Super smoky. Burner would be burning. So we got not a lot done over the weekend. Hey, Beth?
No. We said we were going to take some time off, but we did a lot of yard cleanup and family time. And now all our friends that spend time out at the lake in the summer are back, so that's very distracting in a good way.
So
Lots of company.
You got all of your stumps in, which looks sweet.
So we decided to go with the stumps. What do you guys think? We think it looks awesome. James cut them all to size, and myself and my stepdaughter put them all in. They're nice and solid. And I think they look really good too. The glass is all on this top part, the one side.
Morning icicles.
Ah. Yeah.
It's pretty frosty this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still really chilly here in the morning. Technical difficulties this morning. We've switched cameras. Anyway, here we go. The tour.
The tour.
The glass tour.
All right, so over Easter we installed some glass, moved all our planters in, more crush. The planters The planters are going to work quite well. Again, this greenhouse is very close to the same size as our previous greenhouse. So
They all fit.
yeah,
Amazing.
so that's cool. We don't have to redo anything there. I had to modify a little bit in the center because of where the post is. The post in the old greenhouse was not in the middle. Not a biggie though, easy to fix that up.
Yeah, I didn't
And
even think about that actually.
all the planter boxes will be connected and screwed together, and then we'll have kind of a nice little divider.
Yes, that's where I
For-
like to plant herbs.
Yeah, that'll be closed in. Obviously we gotta get our dirt in, and then one of the things that we do is we put cardboard in the base, so it will allow water to wick through. And
Non-inked cardboard.
yeah, that's what we found last year. So
Yeah, and then it gives it some drainage because as you can see here, there's holes from the wood that James used. So it'll give it some drainage, but not fall all the way through to the bottom and lose a bunch of dirt.
and then one of the things I'm trying to achieve with the glass, so I have the timber posts, and then I've got the rough sawn rafters. So everything's nice and evenly spaced, and we only have glass on this side. On that side, in order to make the glass work that we have, I'm gonna have to alter the locations of the rough sawn. I can't move the timber. That needs to stay for the posts, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm hoping that our friend there that does railings can pull through with some glass that's close to the size that we need. So we're gonna have to wait a day or so to see what he can find. And then I'd rather piece in some glass on the end to keep it looking somewhat consistent for our outside material. And then we're also gonna definitely have to get some shade cloths for the hotter months.
It's already hot in here.
It's incredible, yeah. We've got half the roof on, and you can feel the difference in the temperature inside here already. So
Yeah.
looks pretty cool from outside though.
Yes.